I'd show you this new colouring book that I got today. You might have seen these on TikTok, they're quite popular on there, and they're the Colour by Numbers books. This is Princesses Volume 2. There's a lot of different books in this series. There's some examples of the other books that are in the series as well. They're all Disney and they are mystery colouring books, and it's quite a nice cover and it's quite a thick book as well. Quite thick, lots of pages to colour in it. So inside the cover, like I said, is the examples of other books that they do, the Disney ones, but there are loads and loads. They're just a few that they do. There's also Princesses, the first volume, so I decided to get this volume 2 just because it's hard to pick out of all of them which one I'd want to do, so I just picked the newest one that's been released because it said that the first princess one was really popular. So I just went with the newly released one. So this is the introduction, and there's over 100 brand new hidden illustrations in the book. They're revealed by colouring each square. It says square, but they're not squares. It has been, I think it's been translated from French, so I think they mean each little section. According to the colour code, because you get the colour codes that correspond with the numbers or the symbols in the patterns. There's also single pages and double pages to colour, and it says to choose your markers or pencils carefully, follow the colour guide, and as you colour, magical scenes featuring your favourite heroines will come to life. And it includes Ariel, Mulan, Tiana, Pocahontas, all the Disney princess characters that you're probably familiar with. It has got a top tip at the bottom. It says, for best results, we recommend using water-based or acrylic markers. So I will be using, I think, my acrylic markers, and also because there's some quite tiny little details, and the acrylic markers that I've got, these are the Deco Time ones. They do have a pointy tip, but they haven't been used yet, so that might not be as fine as when they're brand new. So I also got a set of Languo gel pens for the teeny tiny little details, because in this book, see, that's quite a fine tip. In this book, I think there's an awful lot of detail in it. However, I think some of the other books, if you prefer it to be a little bit simpler, like one of the books that just does portraits, I think maybe that one, or these that have large images with less detail in, they won't have such tiny fiddly little bits. But I got this one because I did like all the detail, and it will be more of a puzzle or a challenge. So it says avoid alcohol based markers as they may bleed through the paper and prevent you from completing the image on the reverse side, because it is printed on both sides of the paper. So the paper itself, it's not super thick, but it's not thin either. It's thicker than the usual Amazon paper, I think, that Amazon print on themselves. And if I just compare it to, for example, Colouring Heaven, the paper that they print on, it's thicker than that. I would say Colouring Heaven is a little bit like printer paper, the usual paper that you put in your printer. So it is thicker than that, but I don't think it's as thick as maybe Joanna Basford or Alan Roberts' Beauty of Horror books. If I compare it to, this is Dark Art, Francois Gautier, published by who are they published by? Lomart. So I would say the paper's slightly maybe thicker than what the publishing prints on. So it should be okay for acrylic markers because they dry really quickly. You could also colour in it with pencils, but the pencils probably wouldn't cover the little numbers and the lines as well as the acrylic markers would. And then some of the acrylic markers, like the lighter colours, you might have to colour over again and give it 2 coats to fully cover the numbers that are underneath. But the alcohol markers would bleed through, and also because there's such fine detail they spread as well, so they're not so great for colouring tiny details either. So looking in the book, this first page is a double page to colour, and you can tell that it's a double page because they all seem to start with the key at the bottom for the colours, start with the number 1, and they go through the numbers to 0, then they start with the alphabet, and the alphabet continues W, X, Y, Z, and then the symbols. But if it was a single page, you would know it's a single page because this page starts with number 1, and then this page starts with number 1, so they're separate pages. And also there is like the pictures are sort of joined together in the middle, but here, because they're single pages, there is that border there that separates them. So looking at this, you can see, I'll just bring it a little closer, very intricate, tiny little details. So you'd have to have quite good eyesight to see all the tiny little symbols. If you wear glasses, I would suggest putting those on. If you don't wear glasses, or even if you do, you could also use a magnifying glass just to see what those little symbols are if you were struggling with them, because it is a puzzle and it's a bit of a challenge. But at the back of the book there is a key of all the finished pictures. So that first double page that we're just looking at would turn out like this when you finished it. So I would be using those tiny little gel pens for the detail, maybe on this lacy bit and pattern on her dress and things like that. But for the larger areas, like this larger area of blue, or in these other pictures, the bigger areas, I probably use the acrylic marker pens for those larger areas. So just looking at the book, there's quite a lot of different colours here at the bottom, so I would pick out all my colours first and maybe write them down or get them in some sort of order so I know which one I'm using for each symbol, because I don't want to start with just picking one colour and then decide that I actually needed a darker blue when I'm using a darker blue, and then discover that's the wrong colour. Also, you can use that key at the back as well just to check that you're happy with the colours. You can match it up to these pictures in the back. So I like those Languo gel pens as well because they come in a lot of different shades, and as you can see there's quite a lot of different shades to make up this picture. So there's, I think it said, did it say there's at least 100 pictures to colour? There's some are far more detailed than others. For example, that is very detailed, looking at it with all the tiny little bits, because there seems to be little details in what could be a jacket there. But also they make it look a little bit harder than it is, because for example all of this section here is symbol A, so you're not colouring in each tiny little bit, you would just colour in the whole of that all in one colour. So it does make it more of a puzzle, makes it look a bit harder than it actually is. Also in the book I did discover these little bits here. I think they've just forgotten to take out the coloured printed bits there. I don't think it's supposed to have a little bit of coloured print still in the picture, so I think that's a bit of an error when they were making the book. So some things are a puzzle, you can't really tell what they are until you start colouring. That I can kind of tell. I think it looks like Pocahontas, I think, but you can always check at the back if you want to know what they are. And there's another one with a little bit of black still printed in. I think that might be Ariel the mermaid. You can sort of make out her tail. So there's loads and loads of pages, lots to colour, and the good thing about it already being set out with the colours and that it's colour by number is it makes it a little bit easier. If you find it hard to choose colours, you don't have to, because they've figured it all out for you, and you don't need to worry about blending or shading. All you've got to do really is just colour in the sections correctly, and then you'll end up with a really nice picture in the end. So there's lots and lots of pictures. And then we'll just have a little flip through of the key at the back so that we can see the pictures that you are getting, and it also says who is in the pictures. So if it's a Disney character that you're not familiar with, it has got the name of them written on, and also the page numbers. So we'll just have a little flip through so you can see all the pictures that you will be getting in this book. There's Belle from Beauty and the Beast. There's the princesses together, Jasmine, Cinderella and Snow White. There's some more Snow White, Rapunzel, a nice Beauty and the Beast scene there. Quite like that one. Some more Beauty and the Beast and the princesses together. This is the princesses book, so each picture is based on one of the Disney princesses. And if you're using your pens and you haven't used them before, you can always try them out on a piece of paper to see if they will bleed through. And the best thing to try is really on a page in the book. So you could either try it on the back here, try your pens on there and see if they bleed through, see how they react with this specific paper, because they're printed on different paper in different books by different publishers. So I always recommend when you're using the pens, try to test it on the paper in that book that you're going to be using it in. But there's a front page with just some information about the book on. You could test out your pens on this and see if it bleeds through. So that is the Disney Princesses Volume 2 Mystery Colouring Book with the illustrations of Jeremy Marias. Let's just have a little look on the back. So it's just telling you a little bit about the book and the artist, 100 brand new mystery colouring pages, and in this book you'll find single page illustrations as well as double page spreads for even more fun and adventures with your favourite characters. You colour the numbers and reveal the picture. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.